Okay, so I did something a little bit crazy.
Dear future Ruth,
We are on distance learning now, so we're all from home. So I just decided to get myself a nice desktop instead of using a tiny screen. I traded in my MacBook for a desktop, and you know, they were pretty much the same price. Like when I bought my laptop, it was the same as how much this was, but this time I was able to trade in my laptop, so it was nice. Currently, it is Monday, January 17th, start of a new week. It's definitely been weird being distance learning. Today's MLK Day, so we have it off, so I'm just trying to like catch up for the, not catch up, but get ahead for the week and really just try and stay ahead. Gonna try and be on top of it. The reason that I even turned on the camera was because I'm learning about like how to be a doctor in the sense of how you ask people questions and what you ask them in order to like elicit a specific response to see what kind of characteristics the patient experiences and how they view life. I haven't gotten to why like their viewpoint is important in like in diagnosing them or in Sorry, I got distracted. I just have been playing phone tag with my friend, so I needed to take that phone call. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I didn't want to just leave you hanging, so that's why I just wanted to come back on here. I don't like the style of my own videos right now. I don't like that I just am telling you about like what I'm gonna do in the day. It just seems very like repetitive because it's pretty much the same thing every day. So I think I'm gonna start to incorporate a little bit more of like what I'm learning because I feel like it's gonna be cool, like looking back and seeing like, oh my gosh, I was learning at that time. It seemed so complicated and now it's so easy. Hoping that's my reaction. So I'm gonna try and switch into a little bit more of that.
This causes cross-linking on the B cell surface and moves CD81 and CD19 closer to the Ig alpha and Ig beta portion of the BCR.
Immunology.
Phosphorylation of CD19.
The balance point. Finding the respiratory cycle that provides the best balance.
All right.
Having the patient pull into air hunger.
Ligamentous tension technique for a diagnosis of the left inferior innominate shear. My posterior.
You know what time it is. It's Anki time, and I got my little afternoon caffeine here. I just did 25 jumping jacks. Okay, I did 20 jumping jacks. Get the blood flowing. Got my blanket here, and I'm gonna lay down in my recliner. And do some Anki cards. I'm so in love with my setup. It's just so practical for me, you know? I can relax, do some Anki cards, and then at 4:30 I'm meeting with my immunology professor because I'm having a hard time learning and understanding immunology. I'm really good at like structure and function things, anatomy, physiology, but for some reason immunology is just not sticking. And I would say it's a little of me being unmotivated to study, so I haven't put as much work in as I did last semester for structure and function, which I think actually helps. It actually impacts it a lot more than I think, because when I do study, I do feel like I understand more. So it's probably just the amount of work I've put into it. Since we're distance learning, it's been really, really hard to focus and study. Yeah, whose fault is it? I just need to study more. Somebody motivate me, please. I am very overwhelmed today and it just feels like it's piling on. I'm trying to get it caught up. It is 11:30 and I still haven't started today's lectures. I'm still trying to study for my lab today and also get all of my flashcards made from yesterday's material before I move on, so I'm not just making a bunch of cards later. Yeah, it's a little frustrating this week. Did you want to look? Did you want to watch? Yeah, I'm doing my flashcards right now. Did you want to hang out, or I can just like do what is it called? Time lapse? Did you want a time lapse, or did you want to watch this in real time? Because it's set a timer for 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna like watch my lectures, and it's up to you, really. I guess it's really not up to you, it's up to me. So I'm just gonna skip to the part where I get to go to sleep, because that's my favorite part. Actually, you know what? The other day, I totally had insomnia and I stayed up until 4 a.m. I went and finished my cards, finished my Anki cards, and I went to bed at like 1:30, and I couldn't fall asleep until 4 a.m. And I think it threw off the entire rest of my week, because yesterday I got up at like 9:30, which is like, it's fine. Like, it's a fine time. It's not the time that I would like to wake up. But since I stayed up until 4 a.m., and then I did, you know, my tutoring session and my pod. But other than that, I didn't watch any of the lectures, didn't do the case study, I didn't do anything. I don't know. I just have been having like really big emotions lately, like on both spectrums. Like, I've been super productive and super happy, and then I've been like very unmotivated and very bored. So I'm just really trying to like track my feelings. I wanted to make a list of things that I want to work on for the year of 2022. It is almost the end of January, so why not start now? I definitely want to start meditating more. I want to start a hobby that is exercise related, whether that is going to be dance or like taekwondo, karate, self-defense classes, that kind of stuff. I saw this thing today that said you need a hobby that keeps you learning, a hobby that keeps you exercising, a hobby that keeps you creative. There was 2 others, but one of them kind of went along with the knowledge one, and I just considered that me doing medical school, because, you know, it keeps you learning, keeps you gaining knowledge and education and studying. And I think it's essential for me to be creative, because I really do like to be creative, and I think that I do have a creative mind. I am currently working on a project with the school, actually, to make videos for our incoming class next year. So I thought that that was like a really good idea to incorporate like my school, my interests, my hobbies into something good that I can, you know, put on my application, because that's always something that I am looking for. I want to get into a good residency, and right now I'm looking at like what I should do in the summer. I'm excited to see, you know, where this goes and where things take me.